I'm Starborn. Remember, to be a star, you have to shine your own light, follow your own path, and not be afraid of the darkness, because that's when stars shine brightest. If you've been looking at our website, starborninstitute.org, you'd already know that the title of tonight's show is Which Way to Go? It's a question, and I don't really have the answer, but I can explain why you can be wondering which way to go right now. And that is because you could be a little bit undecided or even confused about a project or some sort of plan that you have that you would like to get underway, and you may not know how to fit all the different things in your life together in order to go forward right now. And the reason why is because there are 5 planets in a harsh grand cross among cardinal signs. The 4 cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, and there are planets in all of those signs harshly squaring and opposing each other. And so that can lead to indecision or confusion, because the most exact and harshest aspect is between the Sun at 19 degrees of Libra and the Moon at 19 degrees of Cancer today. The Moon is the stronger of the 2 planets because it rules Cancer and the Sun does not rule Libra. And so there can be a lot of indecision or confusion about some sort of new beginning, because both planets are at the 19th degree, and that reduces to 10, which reduces to 1, the number of new beginnings. And so what we have is not only the Sun and Mercury, which are conjuncting in Libra, squaring the Moon in Cancer, but they are also squaring Pluto in Capricorn, and they are opposing Uranus in Aries. And so what we have is a lot of people with different opinions, and the cardinal signs rule virtue and vice. They rule right and wrong. And so people who are strong in cardinal signs have a very definite opinion about what is right or wrong, and generally they stick to it. And so there can be a lot of people perhaps causing confusion because they have different viewpoints right now, and they're not all agreeing on that. And so you may be wondering which way to go, because since the Moon in Cancer is the strongest of all 5 planets, that means that there can be quite an emphasis now on the things that Cancer rules, which are our homes, our families, and our country. The United States is ruled by Cancer, and so is Canada. And so should we be focusing on that? Well, you might want to do that. There may be some pressing problems or challenges having to do with family members, homes, real estate matters, which is what Cancer rules, or national concerns that you have. At the same time, there is a harsh T-cross among the mutable signs. The mutable signs are more adaptable and flexible, except when planets are challenging them harshly, and then they're not willing to be like that. The 4 mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And so Venus and Mars are in Virgo, and they are harshly squaring Saturn in Sagittarius. Venus and Mars are in very late degrees of Virgo, but it is an analytical, practical, realistic, problem-solving sign that likes to concentrate on details and facts and accountability. And Saturn in Sagittarius is squaring Mars in Virgo, so that can indicate a very evil act, or there can be jealousy or a lot of intense competition that can cause problems. But Saturn is also squaring Venus in Virgo, and that can indicate a betrayal, particularly of someone who is an old friend or a mentor. At the same time, Venus and Mars are being opposed by Neptune in Pisces, and that can lead to deceptions and people with hidden agendas, so you may not know who to trust. So, should you be concentrating on home and family matters right now, or should you be concentrating on financial and career matters? The 2 planets in Virgo, Venus and Mars, are trining Pluto in Capricorn, which does rule your career. And so you may not know which way to go right now as you contemplate a goal of yours that you have, or as you are wanting to make some sort of personal decision. And so it can be that you have to think about both things, home and family, and finances and career, but they can be going in different directions right now, and so that's why you may be a little undecided or confused at the moment. But luckily, something wonderful just happened yesterday that can really help you out, and it is that Jupiter left Libra yesterday. It changed signs, and it has now entered Scorpio, a fixed financial water sign that rules debt, credit, taxes, loans, insurance, inheritance, grants, or money coming in from any other source. And so with Jupiter in Scorpio, it is trining that powerful moon in Cancer now, and it is also trining Neptune in Pisces. So there is actually a powerful grand trine in the healing water signs that rule our emotions and our feelings. And so this is a time with that grand trine in water signs that it might be possible to somehow reach a consensus and solve problems both in family matters and in financial or career matters. How could that be done? Well, under this grand trine in water signs, there may be a way for you to get some additional funds, or there may be a way for you to follow a dream of yours. Remember, the sign of Pisces, which rules dreams, is involved in this grand trine, but Neptune is there, and it's the ruler of the sign, but it's retrograde, so you may have to revise a dream in order for it to fit your budget so that you can provide well for yourself and your family. That is possible. Or the other way you could do it is that there may be a family member around that could help you make your dream come true. That is possible as well, because remember, Jupiter is in Scorpio, and that rules money coming in from any other source. So there is the possibility that you might be able to work things out among your family members in a way that allows for better understanding of each other and allows for some money to sort of change hands or be more supportive, not only of your dreams, but also of your family members, and that could work out. And so if things have been on hold for you for most of the year, there can be two really good reasons why that has occurred. The first one is that there were a lot of retrograde planets this year, and those are planets that are going backward. In fact, there were as many as 5 retrograde planets at one time. And so that means that your plans could have been put on hold or stalled as you had to go back and redo things or check things or just have to endure setbacks of one sort or another, and that could have caused delays. The other thing that could have resulted in your plans being on hold is that only 2 planets were changing signs this year, 2 major planets, and they were not changing until almost the end of the year. Well, yesterday one of them did change. Jupiter left Libra and went into Scorpio. The only other major planet that is changing signs this year is Saturn, and it won't do that until December 20th when it leaves Sagittarius and goes into Capricorn. So there could have been setbacks and delays, or just a sort of like a pause or a timeout this year in some of your plans. But now with this strong grand trine in water signs, and Jupiter is going to stay in Scorpio for a year, and Neptune will stay in Pisces for many years. So these 2 planets are staying in place for a whole year, and they both are going to trine the sign of Cancer. So I think through better understanding and some sort of compassion and helping each other out, I think that maybe you can make a dream come true after all. Okay, what does this mean to all 12 of the sun signs? Well, Aries, this is a time when I think for sure you're going to be asking yourself which way to go, and that is because yours is a cardinal sign, and this strong grand cross in cardinal signs with 5 planets all squaring and opposing each other can be quite challenging to you, Aries. And that is because, yes, the moon, the dominant planet in the grand cross in Cancer, is squaring your sun, so there can be a home or family or real estate issue that can be somewhat pressing for you, and you could be a little bit worried about that. And then Pluto in Capricorn is also squaring your sun. It's very strong. It's being backed up by Mars and Venus in Virgo, and that means that changes in management in corporations or large government agencies could also result in changes of policies or budgets that could affect you as well. And so there could be sudden changes in your life because of that problem. And then Saturn, the Sun and Mercury, which are both conjuncting each other in Libra, are opposing your sun sign. And that means that partners or a legal issue could take precedence right now over your wishes, and that could result in some sort of sudden change that you want to make. So I don't think you know which way to go right now, Aries, and I don't think that you can cover all your bases right now. So I hope you sort of wait it out, because I think there are enough matters that are not under your control right now that you can't influence in any way. So try not to become embroiled in controversy, because I don't think you can win right now. Instead, step back a little bit and wait and see what happens. Because, you know, if you don't know which way to go, then I wouldn't do anything right now if I were you, Aries. Okay, what does it mean to a Taurus? Well, Taurus, you know, for a rather long time, there haven't been any planets in fixed signs, so that means all 4 fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, have not had anything really powerful challenging them. But that has changed now, Taurus, and Jupiter has gone into Scorpio, and it is now opposing your sun sign. And Jupiter is a very good planet, but because it's in an opposition, which is a separating aspect, it simply means that for the whole year that Jupiter is opposing your sun sign, Taurus, you have to be very, very careful not to take anything that is really good in your life for granted. And that means you shouldn't neglect your loved ones. And I don't mean that you neglect them with money. You work really hard and you are a really good provider. So there's no question there. And that is sort of how you say you love others, by providing for them. That's responsible and wonderful. But sometimes people just need a hug, or they just need to know you love them because you say, I love you. And, you know, that doesn't take any extra hard work. It's just that earth signs are generally a little quiet about their feelings. But this is a time when we should let our feelings be expressed, particularly if they are loving, because you don't want your loved ones thinking you don't care. And so this is a time when you could lose something good sometime in the next year if you neglect it or take it for granted. So try not to do that. In the meantime, your sign is being really well trined by Venus and Mars in Virgo and by Pluto in Capricorn. So if you are going toward the path that leads to financial matters and career matters, I think you should pursue that, because you have a lot of support right now, and you could really do yourself some good, Taurus, by paying attention to those things. Just don't neglect the loved ones at the same time. Okay, what does it mean to a Gemini? Well, Gemini, it's wonderful that the Sun is conjuncting Mercury in Libra, because Mercury is your own ruler, and those 2 planets are trining your sun sign. And that simply means that you could be getting some very good news right about now, Gemini, and that good news could involve a legal matter that comes out in your favor. It could also involve some sort of settlement of some kind, and that would be favorable for you as well. And also it could bring you really nice people that can be quite congenial, and that could increase your popularity as well. And so those are wonderful aspects for you right now, because it's your ruler that's involved in that. At the same time, though, there is a T-cross and mutable sign. So Venus and Mars in Virgo are squaring your sun, which means you have to be careful with facts and figures. and you have to pay attention to your health. You really do need to improve your health a little bit, Gemini, and you probably know what I'm talking about, so you have to sort of get on that. And then Neptune in Pisces is squaring your Sun, and that means you don't know who to trust, because people could be telling you things that reinforce their hidden agendas, but which are not good for you. So you have to be careful and test people before you believe them. And then Saturn is still opposing your Sun sign. But oh boy, you're about to get some really good news, either about a legal affair, a settlement, or really good news about a partner or from a partner. So congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Cancer? Well, Cancer, yours is a cardinal sign, and there are 5 planets in a harsh grand cross in cardinal signs. So there are a whole lot of planets that are squaring and opposing your Sun sign, and the harshest square is that the Sun at 19 degrees of Libra is squaring the Moon in your sign today, also at 19 degrees. So I think you are wondering which way to go as far as a family matter is concerned. And it might be that it involves you and your home, or a real estate matter, or it could be something that involves a new beginning that another family member wants to make. And you may just not be too sure which way to go or what to do right now. Luckily for you, Cancer, Jupiter just went into Scorpio yesterday, where it will remain for a whole year, trining your Sun. And Neptune in Pisces is also trining your Sun. So you are going to get some answers. So whatever you're in a quandary about, or whatever direction you're wondering about, you will get an answer, and it will be the right answer, Cancer. And also there is the possibility that you can get some more money coming your way in one form or another. Or you may be wanting to give some money to somebody else to ease their life a little bit, or to help make a dream come true. So I think it's all systems go for you right now, Cancer, despite the fact that there are many people with different opinions that don't feel anybody's right except them. Okay, I'm not saying that the harsh challenges are going away. I'm just saying that there may be a really good way for you to come up with the right answers and sort of overcome the challenges and still do something that really makes your heart happy. I think you can do that. Okay, what does it mean to a Leo? Well, Leo, this is a time when, yes, there is a planet in a fixed sign, and it is Jupiter in Scorpio, which is squaring your Sun. When Jupiter and somebody's Sun sign are squaring each other, that is a sign of extravagance. So you may, and your sign is the sign of extravagance, Leo. So you may feel as if you want to be spending a little extra money right now. And I'm going to caution you not to do that, Leo. And the reason why is once you spend money, it's gone. Well, you're going to need money, particularly over the winter and next spring. And so this is a good time to conserve funds instead. But you too may not know which way to go toward making more money and career and financial interests, or toward more home interests. The Moon in Cancer is right behind your Sun sign, and it is very strong. So there's a lot of light in the background of your life, Leo. And people can see what you are concerned with behind the scenes. And I think there can be some help, or some sympathetic understanding, or some way that something does work out right now. So I wouldn't be the Lone Ranger, Leo. I wouldn't dash forward and overextend myself, particularly not financially, because you might have your eyes on something that's pretty wonderful, but if it costs too much, then you could end up losing it later. And I don't think you should take that gamble or that risk right now. Instead, you should just concentrate on home and family, and think about the holidays instead, and try not to spend too much money because you will need it later. Okay, what does it mean to a Virgo? Well, Virgo, Venus and Mars are both in your sign, and Pluto in Capricorn are trining them. And that means, since yours is a practical earth sign that rules banking and accounting, that thinking about going in the direction of a career or financial matters is a good choice for you, Virgo. And the reason why is that with Pluto trining your Sun sign as well, This is just a wonderful time for you to consider taking on extra responsibility, particularly at work. And I think that that is what you're going to do. If it doesn't happen now, it will happen sometime after the first of the year. And so I think this is a time when you need to sort of get your books in order or get your life in order so that you would be able to devote more time to a serious responsibility at work. Or it could be a serious responsibility that concerns your health, that can work out well but would take a lot of work. And so I think that you should sort of do that instead of going overboard in your feelings right now, which you might want to do since Mars, the planet of passion, is in your sign, and it's conjuncting Venus, the planet of love. So you either may be in love or have a wild passion right now to do things, but I'm urging you instead to sort of cool it a little bit, Virgo, and instead concentrate on more logical, common sense things, because you're going to need to get prepared. You're going to have a wonderful year next year, but it's going to involve a lot more responsibility, and that's what you should prepare for. Okay, what does it mean to a Libra? Well, Libra, this is a time when I think you really got some great answers, but is anybody listening to them, Libra? Oh, I'm not so sure, because yours is a cardinal sign, and so the moon is squaring your sign in Cancer, Pluto in Capricorn is squaring your sign, and Uranus is opposing it. But you have very good ideas right now, Libra. It's just that I'm not sure they're all going to come to fruition. And that's because you'll need agreement from others. And there's a whole lot of people that don't feel like agreeing right now. And that's not your fault, but that is what's occurring at the moment. And there could be some contention or challenge or indecision and confusion about a family matter or a home or real estate issue, because the moon is exactly square the sun in your sign today. You either should just wait that out and sort of let it pass, or else you could try to overcome that, but I'm not sure you can get enough people in agreement with you at the moment. Still, you have absolutely excellent ideas and a gift for communication right now, Libra. So if I were you, I would talk to people or write things down or really try to communicate. And if they don't agree now, keep trying, because they could later on. Okay, what does it mean to a Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, Jupiter just came into your sign yesterday, and it will remain there for a whole year. And it is being trined by Neptune in Pisces and also by a powerful moon in Cancer right now. And so, Scorpio, you're certainly going to be able to expand your life in one way or another, because Jupiter is the planet of benevolence and of expansion. And it can be that a home or a family or a real estate matter certainly works out in your favor right now. And there could be some extra money from that, which would be good because it could help you make a dream come true. What kind of dream would it be? It would be one you'd had for a while. In other words, you would be able to resurrect a dream if you only had a little more money, and I think that it could be coming your way. I caution you, though, Scorpio, not to advertise your good fortune throughout the year. And the reason why is that other people could be either embarrassed by that or envious of that. It could make them feel uncomfortable. And so just try to keep a low profile, but still your life is going to expand and you are coming into a much better and happier time, which is good. Okay, what does it mean to a Sagittarian? Well, Sagittarius, Saturn is in your sign, being squared by that devious Neptune in Pisces, so you may not know if you can trust everyone. And then Venus and Mars are still in Virgo, squaring your sun. In fact, Mars is almost exactly squaring Saturn right now. So you have to be careful, Sagittarius. There could be danger around, or evil can lurk right now in the shadows. So don't go down a dark alley, or don't risk anything right now, Sagittarius, because right when you're sort of counting on something, it could not be there. There could be some sort of change or betrayal. And so you really need to sort of gear down to self-preservation right now, Sagittarius. And that is because there could be sudden change, And if it results in some sort of new beginning right now, that could be wonderful for you. But if it's sudden change that is precipitated by a dangerous situation or being around dangerous people or taking some sort of risk, that would not be good for you, Sagittarius. So you're a little bit vulnerable right now. And that is why I think that you should really step back. And if you don't know which way to go, don't go either way. Just sort of wait things out right now and be cautious if you can. Okay, what does it mean to a Capricorn? Well, Capricorn, yours is a cardinal sign. You could be asking yourself which way to go. Should you concentrate on finances and career to increase them, or should you pay more attention to home, family, and a real estate matter? Well, the moon in Cancer is very strong right now, and it is part of a wonderful grand trine in water signs. And so there is the possibility of a change, and it could be a beneficial change in a home or a family matter, or there could be the possibility of a move, and that would be very beneficial as well, Capricorn. So I'm not saying that they're all going to happen right now, but you could investigate those possibilities because it looks like they could work out for you. And if at the same time you want to concentrate on increasing your finances or your career in order to make a dream come true, you could do that too. But so I think that you can combine home, family, and finances as well, Capricorn, but you will come up against dissenting opinions. So try not to let too many people know what you're doing and just move forward anyway. Okay, what does it mean to an Aquarian? Well, Aquarius, lucky you, the Sun and Mercury in Libra, which are conjuncting today, which makes both of them much stronger, are trining your sun sign. So you're about to get some good news, Aquarius, and it can come from some very nice people who have the good news. In other words, people that you are attracted to can be attracted to you as well. And so you could be socializing more now, or there can be some sort of legal matter that looks, even if it's pending, it can be looking pretty favorable right now for you, Aquarius, and that's great. But if you do come into fame and fortune, try not to spend everything right now, because Jupiter is in Scorpio now for a whole year, squaring your sun, and that could make you want to be extravagant, and nobody can afford that right now. Maybe a Scorpio could, but nobody else can. And so this is a time to hang on to things and to really value good friends, whether they're new friends or old friends. Somebody's going to have news that can really influence your future in a very favorable way, Aquarius. So keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, what does it mean to a Pisces? Well, Pisces, this is a time that is sort of a saving grace time for you, Pisces. And that is because there is a strong grand trine in water signs, and that can offset the challenges you have been facing from a harsh T-square in the mutable signs. In other words, Venus and Mars are opposing Neptune in your sun sign, and Saturn is squaring Neptune in your sun sign. That can be trouble for you, and has been trouble for you. But you've really got to stick to things right now, Pisces. And if you need help from home or family members, you'll get it now. So there could be some more money or a lot more empathy and understanding and compassion for you right now. And also, there is the possibility that you will be able to find a way to enhance your home and family life, or get a better real estate deal. Or it can simply be that a family member can sort of come to the rescue right now, and that would be very nice too. So I think that's the direction you ought to head in, Pisces. Try to achieve better understanding and compassion with family members. And also, if you need help, ask them, because I think somebody will be there to help you out. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can see the show anytime you want by subscribing to it on our website, starborninstitute.org. Bye.